Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, start out the episode with some excitement here. Looks like a lot of zombies running over there. I don't know why they're going over there. Here I am over here. Oh, now they see me. Oh, don't you cut me, dog. Oh, he cut me. Oh. Alright, well, that's what those are for. I'm certainly going to have to make myself another spike club. Hope at least some of you enjoyed the episode yesterday. I probably won't ever do anything like that. I won't say ever, but I probably won't do anything like that again for a while. That was a lot of footage covered. But it did get me ahead of the game a little. You know, that was over 120. It was about 130 minutes worth of footage that I covered 4 times speed. Was able to get a lot done, and I did some off camera as well. I figured, well, I did document the first side over here, digging it out. But I went ahead and did the rest of it because I figured that most of you would probably skip over that anyway, so I was wasting my time trying to document it and upload it. You know, it takes me, with the connection I have, to get a 45-minute video up is about 2.5 hours. And then processing time's another 2 hours. And if I want to speed it up, you know, that's another hour to 2 hours. So it's very time consuming. So I do, you know, have lately left a few things out just to save myself some time, knowing that you all probably weren't going to watch it anyway. But I did trench all of these out, and like I said, this was simple. This was only 1 wide, so you watched me do the first section over there, and wasn't much to it. And then I carved out a little bit down underneath to put some pillars. But the build is coming along now. It's getting closer. It's still going to be a couple hordes away from being ready. Mostly because I have to farm up all of the, or not farm up, I have to cook up all the stone. And matter of fact, I need to go ahead and transport what I can back to the base now. So let's dump some of this stuff off and pick some of this stuff up. Let's see, we'll take, that's kind of important, I guess. The stone's going to be very important. The iron, I've already transported a good bit of that over there, so that's not as big of a deal. We want to get plenty of stone to make cement with. Let's do a sort. Don't need to take our wood. I don't think I need to take wood over there. I have a bunch of it over here. We'll leave the scrap iron here because we're eventually going to need it. I'll leave the ladders here. Do another sort. I'll take the wood just in case. I have that whole chest full of stone right there. Let's dump that and do another sort and see what we're left with for room here. Let's take the rest in stone. Alright, nice. So let's jump on our bike and ride. I don't know if you caught it yesterday's episode. There were some pretty exciting points in there. If you skip through it, I understand. But there was one part where I was right through here somewhere, and I was trying to run over them with my mini bike because there were just too many to kill with the club. And I got stuck. And so I jumped off my mini bike and started trying to run. Well, I was down to like 4, 5, 6 health running back to this base. I was bleeding out. I was on fire. And before I could get the door up, a dog and a zombie ran through the gate. And I got down here, ran up here, got a health kit real quick, and then boom, the dog and the zombie came. I don't know if you caught that, but that's probably the closest to death I've ever been without actually dying. It was pretty amazing that I was able to make it back. I really didn't think I was going to. I was like, I have no idea where I'm going to spawn. As a matter of fact, let's pick up this bedroll right now so that I know for certain I'm going to spawn over here. We'll just stick it in the floor right there so it's kind of over out of the way. So I do have a couple cement mixers. I want to test something out and see Now let's get some stone going here real quick. Let's get this topped off. Okay, and we're going to stick some stone in here. Stick some stone. Break some bones. Alright, let me test this and see if this thing will fit in here. Oh, it won't. Oh, yeah, it will. Look at that. Son of a gun. Well, I thought about doing 2 more forges there, but then I also thought about a couple more concrete mixers down here. Let's do that. Let me get down here. We want it to look nice. But there were some pretty fun parts on that recording. It was kind of cool. It's kind of nice. It was a change for me because I'm used to having to talk the entire time. Oh, so it won't fit in there. I see. Well, how did it fit in there like that? It's the same 2 gap. Well, that's kind of odd. Well, I guess just to get them off the floor. It makes no sense that it won't fit under the 2 gap. Let me get down like this and see if I can... No. I mean, I could almost move these chests over here. I've kind of crunched for space now. I do have a lot of wasted space in here, though, honestly. There's a lot I could change up. Let's see, can you stick a concrete mixer on top of a concrete mixer? I guess you can't. But that's real odd that I can stick it in here. No. It's not letting me place it. Oh! Oh, that's not good. Now, you all have witnessed that happen to me twice in this same little unlucky area right here. I tried putting a workbench there, and the same thing happened. It ended up falling on the floor and getting destroyed. I kind of don't want to take that middle support out, but I don't guess I need it. It would look kind of silly to stick it there. Yeah, well, those aren't too hard to replace, so... Rip. Rip-a-rooney. I'm going to be really disappointed if it won't fit in this gap here. It was just to give me one more cement mixer. I didn't need it necessarily, but speed production. I probably should make a couple more forges. That would benefit me as well. So we're going to need a lot of concrete. Don't need as much iron. Iron is not as much of an issue as it is to have that have stone concrete mix. So let's do that. This is all stone and it's all running out as well. Cap those off. Okay, plenty of wood, a little bit of stone in there. You know, we could make 1,000 in each one. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's check the wood in these. Oh yeah, I think at some point I'd come back over here and stocked everything up with like 1,000, 1,200 wood or something like that. All right, so let's stick that in there. This in here. You know, we could get some more gunpowder going while I'm here. Let me do that. That's probably top priority right now because we're almost out of ammunition. And we're going to cancel that. Okay, so that's another 3,000. That's a good number. I'll be happy with that. That'll make us a decent amount of 7.62 ammo. Get us back on the up and up with the sniper rifle. Sorry, I was changing position in my chair. Worked out. yesterday and my arms are sore, really sore. All right. So food, I was really low in food. That's the lowest I've been in food in a while. So so we got plenty of mining done. I started out that episode knowing that I was going to, well, there's concrete in there, knowing that I was going to be digging out those free fall trenches as well. But I felt like, you know, I still needed to do it. I still needed to get that done. I'm going to wait on this to get up to 1,000. It's almost there, 85, 86, 87. And because I wanted to put myself way up over the top for iron and for concrete. Sorry, I'm a little scrambled today. My thought process at least. I have not had my coffee. So 4,000. Let's take all of our stone. I'll need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I should have plenty of sand, yeah. Tell you what, let's what can I not? I thought for sure. Oh, that's the easier way to do this, I'm sure. I was just going to split it up half and half. Oh, I need to start my timer. So we've probably been going for about, I don't know, 6 or 8 minutes, something like that. Okay, let's take that little bit there. And let's do the same thing over here. Let's get 2,000 sand. Let's take that out. Might as well go ahead and take our fertilizer out as well and stick it over here in the food container for when we go back to gardening again. Well, it'll be a while before I do any gardening. Go ahead and stick the lead in here as well. Thought that I had started this to cook it down. You have a lot of lead though. Not a lot, but you know, a decent amount. Go ahead and get that cooking up. And I might hold off because I may make some buckshot. I don't know that yet, but I may actually make some buckshot. What's our brass over here? It's a little bit of brass. How many casings could we make? 2,000. Guess I could. Let's check over here for brass as well. I could scrap these in the workbench. I'm going to do that. I'm going to scrap those. Someone was asking me about the 44 Magnum. Look at that. 1 round. I know I passed up on some, but not a lot. Someone was asking why don't you collect the 44 Magnums? And I have been. See, I have 2 644 Magnums and the 539. So I have the guns. I just don't have the ammo for it, and I don't want to dedicate the points for something like that. So let's get the brass kicking as well. Let's turn it on. Let's get bullet casings making. We'll take these out. Bullet tips. How many altogether can we make? Let's go ahead and make just 1,000. We'll do 2,000. And then buckshot. I have to really decide. Let's take a look at this real quick. So our skills, shotgun. Ooh, splatter gun. We can get the first one in that. Yeah, I'll do that. Nice, 55. So I think I have to be 60. Yeah, I have 5 more points in order to get the next one, which will be 4 out of 5. You know, it's not going to get a whole lot more powerful. How many bullets do we have for that? Not many. So what does it take to make a shotgun shell? Let's take a look. So we're going to need the buckshot shotgun shell, the slugs. Look at that. Ugh. Yeah, I won't be making slugs. That certainly won't be on the agenda. So 2 gunpowder, some paper that we don't have. I don't think we have. And we have a little bit. Paper's easy though. I can get paper. Let's go ahead and make some buckshot. Let's go ahead and make 2,000 of that. Put our casings away. It's pretty dangerous up top right now, so I'm just kind of checking some things out here that need to be done. Oh, well, actually, it is, man, I'm very scatterbrained today. It is 5 o'clock right now. It's past 4 a.m. So I was going to gather up all of the concrete mix that I had, take it back over to the build site, and then our next trip back over here to top the forges off, we'll bring another load of stone back over here and iron. So we're looking good on that. We're looking real good. We have plenty of steel, plenty of scrap iron. We're certainly going to be using that up, though. It won't be long. And we're going to... Oh, boy, she screamed. I need to replace these spikes down here, too, so they're guaranteed to die when they fall in. But I think I'm good now. I could use another forge to cook up something, but not going to concern myself with it. We're just going to keep on moving on here. Building supplies. We'll take this rebar with us. And... engine. So I could make another concrete mixer right now if I had to. Let's look at our gear on our character. Okay, so our leg armor could take... that heavy bandit chest armor is almost broken. What happens if I scrap this old cash? 12 old cash. Let's do this. Will give me 7 paper for 10 cash. Alright, well, I mean, I'm not much. People get on me all the time about not picking up everything. And I don't. You know, I really only pick up what I need. And I apologize if that really does get on your nerves. Just kind of how I've always played. I'm not one that takes every little thing. But let's take all of this concrete mix back with us, because we're going to certainly use that up. But I may start thinking about taking paper. Let's go ahead and clear that out of there. So let's get forged iron, because I need to make another spike club. Where is that forged iron? It's over here. Oh, shot spike. Not what I want to make. That'd be kind of cool, though. There's a cop. Boy, a bunch of sham sandwiches is all I get. So we just need to grab a little wood. Spike club. All right. Stick that back in there. I need to wait the 45 seconds. So let's figure out something to kill 40 seconds here real fast. I could... Oh, I don't have any leg armor. All right. So I would have to repair this armor. Like that. Now, I have plenty of military fiber, and plenty of this to scrap as well to get some military fiber. Oh, there's another cop. Look at that. Where are these cops coming from? It's going to be hard to hit him standing up there like that. Let's see if I can... Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, now he's going to skip to my loo. That's what I'm talking about, Kappa. Can't forget that I have some of this stuff over here. Okay, so we're going to wear this. We're going to throw this out. We're going to combine our spike club and hopefully get it to 100%. It's almost broken. Yeah, almost 100%. That's crazy. Didn't get it all the way. All right, well, I think we're good. I think we're ready to go back over and get to working again. Watched a video yesterday on, that's a Wandering Horde, on Alpha 16. And it's getting pretty close. You know, I was really hoping that I could get that new PC put together before it comes out. Don't know if I'm going to beat that or not, if I'm going to win that race. Because from what I saw, there's not a whole lot left to do for them. I think they're done adding things. Now it's just a matter of testing and fixing some bugs or whatever. So, you know, a few more weeks or whatever. But, okay, so we're good there. I'm going to put this, some of this at least, in here. I'm going to take a stack of wood, because you knew I would. Yeah, I don't know if you all have noticed how many zombies are over here. Just an incredible amount of zombies. I mean, there have been so many zombies in this past few days in game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I fought off so many. Our numbers have gone up to 7,640. I mean, I've done almost 1,000 kills here since that last horde. That's just here, you know, around the build site. But yeah, I did have fun recording those that episode. Yeah, I say those because it was really like 4 episodes packed into one yesterday. But I enjoyed that. But that's a lot of work. It really is. And like I said, I don't think I'm benefiting from it because I think most people probably see all time lapse and they just either turn it off or they skip through it or whatever. You know, they're not gonna sit there and watch the whole thing. And but I did at least want to show you what I was doing, document it. And it took me all day long and all night until I couldn't hold my eyes open any longer to get them uploaded, processing, and then I woke up, which would have been this morning, yesterday for you all watching this now, but to get them spliced together and have the music added and all of that. My goodness, that was a task. That was a chore. Now, if that's what you do all the time, it's not that big of a deal. You're set up and ready for it, and you're not going to air episodes every day. You're going to record for a few days, and then you're going to put a video up, record a few days, put a video up. But in my case, trying to get it all done day to day, this is pretty simple, doing what I do now. Compared to that was just an incredible amount of work. And then I realized the day when I got my first thumbs down and the few thumbs up in the low view view count, I was like, you know what, I did all that work and no one wants to watch that time-lapse stuff. I guess, it's okay to throw in the middle of an episode, but the whole thing, it's just 35 minutes of time-lapse. But I really appreciate all of you who have looked at it and from start to finish. There were some good points in it. And it's like I wish I could tell you, oh man, I wish you'd just check out such and such a minute, like minute 22 or something. But you're just going to skip to that and you're not going to want to watch any of the rest of it, And so, which I guess is better than some probably didn't watch any at all. But there were some really good parts in there. And it also showed a bit of the direction I'm moving towards in this and how I came about doing what I did. Down to digging out the trench to show you how I go about doing that. Now, I explained a little bit about this. The reason I did this is if I were to put a wall up here, the zombies are going to run up to this wall and they're going to beat on it. And they're not going to want to run up this ramp. But with the ramp in place, they're more likely to run up the ramp with that gap there because it's the easiest path for them. There's no path, going over a pit, and they're kind of coded to just stand around that pit a little bit. Here comes the dog. So that's the reason I decided, oh boy, instead of a wall, Don't you cut. Oh, he's already cut me. Boy, you have to get those things so fast. But, you know, that's why I decided to do the pit. It just seemed like the guaranteed way to funnel them instead of building a wall that they can just stand there and beat on that I'm going to have to repair. Now, I am going to still put a wall up. Ooh, 2 cops coming. Hard for me to just... Don't you do that? What are you doing? It's hard for me to describe to you, you know, exactly how I'm going to do it. You just have to see it when I do it. But I will put a wall there on the opposite side. I just patched that hole. Well, back to patching holes again. I may make all of this concrete, so that can't happen. You know, I fully expect there to be cops firing and exploding and all kinds of stuff out here, so I may end up doing that. I may end up making all this concrete. And we should have enough of it after all of that mining. Once we cook it down, that's why I was thinking about maybe 2 more forges. Would give us opportunity to have plenty more. Let me count this. Okay, so that's 11 as well. Oh, I was gonna say, what am I out of? But it was damaged. Damaged. But we're gonna keep pushing forward and fully expect to have this thing finished up at least by 2 hordes from now. I'd hope to have it finished, and we're really excited to use this thing and try it out. You know, back in the day, I did a bunch of funnel builds, and really enjoyed those. And this is a similar funnel build, but just you know, a little twist to it. Now, the wall that I'm going to put up, it's still going to take a bit of damage. There are going to be some that are going to stand on the other side of the hole and beat on it. But for the most part, I do believe, because that gap is there, the zombies... Now, this is going to change when 16 comes out. I don't know for sure that breadcrumbs have been implemented. I think they have. And if that's the case, then, you know, the pit like that... would absolutely make a huge difference. But what is that noise I hear? Like a hissing noise. Hear that? I don't know what that is. But yeah, I hope it works out. I hope it works. I'm feeling confident that it will. And like I said, some of you are probably looking at, boy, he's wasting so much concrete. He's making that all solid, and he doesn't need to do that. And but the reason I did it is because if we put this thing together and the horde comes and just wrecks it, or stands around and they don't walk up the ramp like I want them to, and that sort of thing, I can change this up. And there's plenty of support there. I just take the blocks out that I don't want. But if I were to skip putting blocks in here and there, then we have an issue. Any hollow spot that you may have, it's a place where you really can't build up very much on top of it. And so I wanted to make sure I filled it in case I changed my mind somewhere down the road after the first horde that we take on and say, oh, I see what I need to do there to make that work. And then we have the proper foundation to do that. But I was going to fast forward this, but you know, some of you probably prefer that I didn't. So I thought I'd give you at least an episode here, me kind of running my mouth while I was doing some of this work instead of all fast forward. Okay, so we want to take that out and replace that. Some of this got severely damaged. I didn't realize it at some point that they were being hit. Zombies were just standing there beating on them. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll take you down here and show you what I've done. This should be kind of neat. Hopefully it doesn't affect me negatively when I am, turn my helmet back on, building up top. But you know, I use that to measure with. Take those down. But I carved it out like this. You can see here. Let's get rid of my measuring tool here again. Carved it out like that. Now there's your gap right up there. Give me a little bit of leadway, so if the pillar's here, it'll have one gap to fall in. Then we have two to stand back away from here. Now this is only just to clean up the trash. I don't anticipate many are going to fall into this pit. At least I kind of hope they don't. It's just to deter them from wanting to come to these outer pieces. But that's what I did down. Oh my gosh, look at that. Come here, doggy. Uh-huh. What are you doing in there? Is that the dog horde before the actual horde coming? Oh, it is. So I have to think about that too. I don't know where I'm going to do the horde this time. I mean, we just did the barbed wire base. Comes another dog. Oh, that got him nice right in the face. So I don't know where I'm going to take it, but we only have two sides of this left to get this thing built up. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do to it, but when I get these outer tiers done, I'm going to be a step closer to the right direction. I have to make sure I get that right, mirror all the sides. I think I might do that on fast forward, though. Come here, doggy. Where are you going? Well, that's not much of a horde when they're coming one at a time. Here comes another one. Let's see if we can get him long range. Oh, shot over his head. Nice, right to the face. Here comes another one. Oh, that hit him. That didn't. Pile you up right next to your brother. Push the body around a little bit there. Wiggle, wiggle. Here comes another one. Yeah, I had all those crossbow bolts there, and I figured, hey, you know, we're making close to a 600 quality crossbow now. Why not use it? Here comes another one. I want these guys to sneak up on me because they do cause you to bleed, and that's, every time that happens, that's another first aid kit gone. I also need to get out there, ride around at some point, and pick up the airdrops. Because, like, there's one right there. Let's get on the bike right now and do that. Let's ride over there and pick that up. I'm getting pretty low on first aid kits. I went through a lot. Honestly, I was just being silly. you know, fighting these giant hordes out in the street, not managing them properly. It would have been much better for me to get a bunch of first aid bandages, go over to the popping pills, even make some myself, and use those instead of the first aid kits. First aid kits are kind of an emergency only thing, and I've been using them and going through them like candy. I need to stop that. Oh, there's airdrop right there. I need to pick that up. Okay, let's see where the next one's at. Oh, there are two right there. All right. Well, let's ride to this one over here first. I've not been this direction yet. And then we'll turn around and go get those other two. Just change it up a little bit. I've been building so much lately, and I love it. But just take just a short break here. I'll let my guy stretch his legs a little bit. Oh, did I pass it? I must have passed it. So it's right there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do for the horde. I guess, you know, we probably could go to the hub city base right there, right next to us. It'd be the smartest thing. That way we don't have to travel too far from home or take resources. Oh, we just replace those couple spikes and a couple pillars, and we'd be good. And that may be what we end up doing. But I fully expect tomorrow will be one of those get it done episodes, and maybe a little bit of time lapse involved. I don't want to make you all sit through each and every moment of me building this base like we did on the snow base. You know, that was probably a little bit. I think I lost some viewers on that because, you know, as fun as it is for me, I don't know how fun it actually is for you all to watch me do every single step of building a base. And so, you know, I may do a little fast forward. I won't skip it, but I will fast forward through it. Now, digging, and when I'm digging, I skip that a lot of times because that's just the same old thing over and over and over, and that could get monotonous and boring. So it's actually a little boring for me digging out those trenches, so wouldn't make you watch that. But the actual building process, I'll document it all. And all right, well, we did pick up a few. There's probably a lot more out there that I just am not, they don't appear until I get within range. Let's see how many first aid kits. That's an extra 6. Let's kill a little crazy guy here. Head back over to our, this crazy guy's crawling brother. Crazy guy. Little POE. Yeah, if we want paper, why don't we do that now real quick? Why don't we do that now? Since we're looking to get shotgun shells. Where am I even driving to? Oh, we're driving to the right place. I need paper, and an easy way to do that is to go to the bookstore. There are 2 bookstores that I have not been to in a long time. Hopefully I don't run over any landmines. Please don't run over any landmines. Oh. Let me dump a couple of these things off, and that'll be a nice change of pace as well. You know, do the first aid kits and then go grab some papers. We're going to want to make some shotgun shells. Now that we're getting those points up in it, I'm a little more excited about using it. Admittedly, I was not very excited about using that thing, but now we're getting up into the realm of being able to do a decent amount of damage with it. So let me take a look at the map, see if I can get an idea. So we'll go up this next street here and hang a left. Should bring us out close to a bookstore. And if we need to, you know, we can go to the other hub city, hop, skip, and a jump away. There's a bunch of stuff up there to transport back to this base anyway that we need to take at some point. And have that place there too. That apartment and that hotel. Probably a lot of paper up in there. But the easiest place, I could probably get a couple stacks. Just from the bookstore itself. Without having to go anywhere else. I could just get it from the bookstore. Boy, I think we just passed all of that stuff. Well, there's working stiff. When's the last time we went to a working stiff? I don't know if anyone can remember that or not. I know I certainly can't. Let's check this one out here. I'll take that oil. I'll take the mechanical part. Oh, look at that. Untouched. Nice. All right. All right. There's a lot of... Ooh, there's a good axe I can combine with this one. Do not need that. Well, we don't need that stuff either. We'll take those repair kits. You know, that's something I've not used. I've not used, at least I don't remember using a sledgehammer in this Let's Play. I don't remember using one of those. We'll give it a shot here real quick. Yeah, probably don't need these springs. I think I have a decent amount of springs saved up somewhere. Queue is full. I take the mechanical parts. I'm going to throw that out. Oh, look at that. 540 handlebars. A lot better than what we have. Nice. So the day has turned into loot day. Loot day. Yeah, the bank probably has some paper up in it as well. I can also scrap schematics. You know, I don't need those anymore. There's probably only a couple of them that I really need, honestly. I could scrap all the rest. Now let's take a look at the map again. There's a dog. Let's go down this street. Hello, doggy. Goodbye, doggy. I have honestly forgotten where. So those are Shamways. Shotgun stores, they're up here. That's where they're at. So we need 1, 2, and take a right. Go past this road and the next and hang a right. So let's run up in here. Check this hardware store out. I think we looted them the same day. I always should keep it that way. If I didn't, I absolutely should from now on. There we go. Nice. Untouched. 600 wrench. And we'll keep in line, since we were keeping those mechanical parts, we'll continue to keep those. A little chainsaw. Right. You can't forget, I'll keep this in my hand for, because our blunt weapons are, you know, high. I think those are the bookstores right there. Capped out in level, so we should be able to kill some stuff with this sledgehammer. All right, here's the cracker book, but they're both the cracker books. We're going to have to fight our way in here. wonder what we can do with a cop with a sledgehammer. Ooh. Well, it's hard to... I'm not used to the timing of it, you know. That's what's going to get me with it. Whoa. Yeah, just a little bit too slow for me. I got to clear this out. I know how fast I can move through these guys and gals with this thing. Yeah, we'll take your shotgun shells. I think that's cleared. Oh, there's one more over there. He's coming this way. Let's get up in here. Is that science? Yeah. Yeah, we haven't capped out science yet. We can scrap that, though we know that one. We'll read this to get our armor skill up just a bit. I think this is science as well. Oh, they destroyed one of them. Yeah, the ones I don't have, I may as well go ahead and, or that I don't have capped, may as well go ahead and just read those, and then we'll scrap the ones that I'm sure that I'm capped in. Okay. Lots of leather in here too. I can't forget to take that with me before I go, because we may make a couple more forges. Yeah, mostly a bunch of paper. Alright, let's get to... Tell you what, I'm just going to scrap this sledgehammer. I will never use it. It's just not... it's just not for me, you know. I know some of you really enjoy that sledgehammer. It's just not my kind of weapon. Well, it's not even that. It's just that I'm not used to it. You know, I'm sure I get used to about anything, but I've never really used that before, so... So we have one more bookstore to loot, and it is 2200, so we're probably going to get bombarded over here. I'm going to make sure my AK is reloaded. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Alright, here we go. Right on over here. Hopefully there are no zombies hanging out that we have to take care of. Get our bike aiming out. Ready to take on off. We went in through the window last time we were here. Oh, there's some leather in here. And we've already picked up 48 leather just right there. A couple couches. Scrap. Scrap. Take. Read. Scrap. And read. Yeah, this is how I always start out with getting leather for a forge, crossbow, that type of thing. Is either look for a bookstore or like a luxury home, or there are a lot of places that have it, and you can get so much of it so quickly from these stores. This is going to provide us with a little bit of paper for our next horde, which will be here in one day. Go ahead and get our science up a little bit more. What are we on? What are we level for this? Armor smithing 67. Okay, so we're still not quite capped on that yet. A lot of auger schematics. Like that's like the second or third one I've seen. Just gonna scrap that. Scrap that. Take that and that. So we're almost up to 2 full stacks. I told you 2 full stacks, you know, I could probably get coming through here and scrapping. You probably wouldn't normally get that because you're going to be reading these things, but because I've picked up most of the schematics already, I'm able to just scrap those things and get the paper out of them. And we're going to scrap. Sort. Tell you what, we're not going to assemble, but we're going to combine those two. I'll repair it, and then we'll combine those 2 handlebars. Yeah, probably just make a few handlebars and combine them as well. All right, good stuff. Well, that's our paper for our shotgun shells. Well, let's see where we're at and where we need to be. This is where we're at. There's a airdrop, but that's kind of risky. We just need to go here and take a left and go back over to our hub base, drop this stuff off. Tell you what, let's not do that. Let's go buy the chest over here real quick, the new build, and scoop up as much as we can carry out of that chest and take it back to the base. Hopefully zombies haven't respawned over there and we have to fight off a bunch of zombies before we do it. All right, I want to take that and that and that and this and you. I'm going to scrap you and scrap you and scrap you as well. Can we scrap that? Yeah. Take that and that. Let's do a sort. Okay. I think we need stone more than we need the iron right now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we'll get all this stuff transferred eventually. It's going to take us a few more trips, but we'll get it. Oh, I tried to get him. Silly cop. Oh, look at the screamers. Oh, they're coming. All right, I'll take this stone and get that all topped off. Get some more of that making. Do the same thing here. Figured I'd get him while he was down. That big sucker. That big sucker. Almost sounded like it was in the base there. I was having to turn and see. We didn't start production on one of these. It wasn't that one, it was this one. Yeah, I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to take some of this steel that we have. Oh, you broke my leg. You know, I can't make it through an episode without breaking my leg. I can't do it. Look at all of that. Well, there are a lot of zombies somewhere. I don't see them, but I hear them. They must have been over here. There's one. Your brother broke my leg, so take that. They don't last long when they fall. So our gunpowder is all done. We need to get this stuff sorted, and before I end this episode, I need to get gunpowder, or bullets making. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go there. And then we go here. Then we gotta dump this over here into the brass. And we'll dump this in here. Hope I don't run over on my time. I paid attention to how long we've been recording today. Let's do a sort. Let's dump the stone in here for right now. We're all good on stone. Chainsaw can go in there. Wood in there. Combine our axe with the new axe. Click on... Oh, there's a bunch of brass right there that can go in the forge. From all the bullets. Handlebars, repair. Okay, 536, assemble, take these out. Click on our bench, combine, 558, click assemble. Stick those in, and we have a nice looking auger, better auger. Sniper rifle. Okay, now, I have plenty of gunpowder. Let's get some casings and some bullet tips. Let's go over here, click on 7 for the 762. How much more do we have and how much more do we need? So we could make 500, but I only have, let's see how many buckshot. Should have already created all of that. Yeah, there we go. Let's just take those out. Shotgun shell. Nice, 500. All right, good stuff. Well, we're all set up and ready to go now for this horde. So when we get on tomorrow, we'll do some last minute touches to a few things, and then we'll be on our way to, let's do a sort here, to taking out the next horde. Also, exploding crossbow bolt. And the crossbow, what did I do with that? There's the exploding crossbow bolt. Okay, we had our crossbow on us. I was wondering what I did with those. I need to put those right there so we know we have them. So we'll have plenty of ammo for the horde. Everything will be good to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you so much hanging out here with me each and every day. It is... it's a lot of fun sharing my experience here with 7 Days to Die with you all. And can't express how much I appreciate having all of you here with me. But everyone, have yourselves a good day, a good evening, wherever you may be located. And I'll see each and every one of you tomorrow.